On July 14, 1980, Dr. Aileen Riotto Sirey called to order the first meeting of the National Organization of Italian American Women, or NOIAW, as it would come to be known. Born of a conversation between Dr. Sirey and Geraldine Ferraro, the first woman and first Italian American to run on a major party presidential ticket, NOIAW's initial meeting was a casual gathering in Dr. Sirey's Manhattan apartment. A retired psychotherapist with no prior experience founding an organization, Dr. Sirey shared an inspiring vision with the women in attendance. Each wanted to create an organization dedicated to uniting women through Italian culture and heritage, a way to celebrate the achievements of women of Italian ancestry and advance the educational and professional aspirations of current and future generations. NOIAW was born, the only national membership organization for women of Italian ancestry and a bastion of success in the Italian American community for 35 years. Dr. Sirey spent her childhood in an ethnically diverse neighborhood of Brooklyn. Her interest in her Italian heritage grew out of patient work and her curiosity about the effects of culture on personality. Her interest in her ethnic heritage was first piqued while training at the Jacobi Hospital in New York City, where she noticed physicians lacked a basic understanding of Italian American families and customs. She founded NOIAW in 1980 with a group of women including Geraldine Ferraro, Matilda Raffa Cuomo, Donna DeMatteo, Constance Medina, and Roseanne Coletti. She went on to serve as the president of the organization for 7 years and chair for 25, an impressive service of 32 years at NOIAW's helm. Today, NOIAW furthers its mission through its cultural events, scholarships, mentoring, and a cultural exchange program for young women. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Italian American Foundation is proud to present their Community Leadership Award to Dr. Aileen Sirey and all of the incredible women behind the creation of the National Organization of Italian American Women for 35 years of dedicated leadership and service to the Italian American community.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the recipient of the 2016 NIAF Italian American Community Leadership Award, the National Organization of Italian American Women, and Dr. Aileen Sirey.
Thank you. I am delighted and honored to be among these very distinguished honorees tonight. Thank you on behalf, NIAF, on behalf of our members past and present who built our organization, with a special mention tonight for our chairwoman, Maria Tambori. Our organization's history began in 1980 when I approached Congresswoman Geraldine Ferraro and I asked her if she knew of any women's groups for Italian American women. She said, no, there are only groups for men and women where the men make the speeches and the women make the coffee. Her next statement was even more stunning. Why don't you start one, she said. That, of course, was the farthest thing from my mind. But Jerry was very persuasive, and she offered to help. So our first meeting was at my apartment a month later on July 14th, 1980. But for most of us, our history really began at the turn of the last century, when 5.5 million Italians left Italy. Among them were Michela and Catina. Michela was an orphan of 16 with her older sister. She married at 17 and had my mother at 18. Katina was a few years older and got off the boat carrying my father in her arms. Those women, who people around my age remember, could neither read or write in English or Italian. Michaela raised 8 children on Grandpa's salary as a New York City street cleaner. And Katina had 8 children and managed on a porter's salary. It sounds like magic, doesn't it? The eldest children of these 2 pioneer women were my mother and father. Theirs was the generation that struggled with a life straddled between 2 worlds. They had 2 different languages, 2 different value systems, and my parents' dream was to make their children Americans, hence that name, Aileen. They did, but we never forgot our roots. The women of these 2 generations were the true founders of our organization. They were our role models. They were powerful, ingenious, capable women that planted the seeds. When the National Organization for Italian American Women started, we were still struggling with stereotypes, and we were characterized as fat, fertile, and cooking pasta. We're not ashamed of that, but we are more than that. That is what we celebrate. Our organization never publicly fought those stereotypes or any others, but instead we put forth and celebrated the best examples of our tradition, women of achievement. We didn't protest to who they said we were. Instead, we pointed to who we are and we cheered. We established a scholarship fund, a mentor program, and an exchange program for young Italian-American college-age women. After a little time passed, our organization extended our hand across the ocean and developed friendships, and we had conferences with Australia, Argentina, and Italy. And most of these were assisted with our friendship with the first woman minister of Italy, the Honorable Tina Anselmi. So that's the story of our beginnings. The rest of the story is all around you, and they are embodied in Pat Harrison, Anita McBride, Linda Carlosi, Connie Morella, Diana Femia, Lena Prima, Dina Martin, and many more women like them. So let's stand up and applaud all Italian-American women who know how to make coffee, they make speeches, and do more. Thank you.